may still be charged. Best of luck with that. Now, in an interview this week, Georgia Blakely, that's the ex-girlfriend of champion jockey and, of course, Strictly Come Dancing contender Richard Dunwoody. Now, she said that apparently they struggled to communicate within their relationship. She said, being a girl, she often used to think about their relationship and where they were going. But being a man, Richard never did. And apparently, whenever they tried to have a heart-to-heart about it, Richard would start to fret and he'd say, "I don't do talking, Georgia." That's what he used to say. So how important do you think those sort of chats are?
Whatever.
Well, you know, those kind of us chats. Where are we going? How important do you think those chats are?
I think us chats is always a bit of a worry. I think if you just keep communication open in general, I think if people just communicate a little bit more and talk a little bit more. You know, it's funny because in the past I've always had quite closed-off men in my life, quite sort of cold, if you like, because that was something that I was used to with my dad, so it never bothered me. I just thought that. But now I've got a man who initiates. It's been a long night. Conversation quite a lot, and it's very refreshing now to have someone who talks about everything, tells me everything, rings me all the time, and it's quite lovely.
What,
so I think
what about us conversation? Have you had that with him?
No, because I think a what about us is like, this is not...
No, listen, seriously, if somebody says, I think we should talk about us, I think there's a problem. I mean, you either are or you aren't. You know, and I think when you're younger and you think, you know, the more you talk about it, the more reason there is to think there's something dreadfully wrong.
But also as well, if you're fairly quiet and your partner's, say, doing something that you know deep down that if they keep doing that, they're either going to wake up with an axe in their head or very lonely.
Oh, that's criticism.
Not me, obviously. But then there is a chance. I think there is a time to say, look, if there's going to be an us, I think maybe we need to have a chat about this. I'd really rather you stopped staying out all night or blah, 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 or whatever it is that, you know, that's really annoying. Surely something like that's quite a positive way.
Yeah, but I think what she's saying is, it's, you know, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
I think, you know, those conversations, and women are quite obsessed with those conversations. Like, you meet someone and, you know, where is this relationship going? Are we exclusive? Are we going out? Are you my boyfriend? Are you my girlfriend? Are we going to have kids? All that stuff. And actually, all that stuff should just happen. It should just happen.
But sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I was...
You know, it should. Then what's the point of it?
I was with my ex for 17 years, and we didn't actually get married until we were together for 11. And that came about because I said, what's going on? You know, are we actually doing... Maybe I shouldn't have.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but it's not as simple as that. Sometimes you kind of need to have that chat just to bring things... And sometimes it works, you know, sometimes
I don't think I've ever had that chat in my whole life with anybody, ever.
Well, sure, you've got to know if you are going into a relationship and a commitment, you've got to know whether both of you want children, whether both of you want to stay single.
Well, it's tough, isn't it?
No,
he ain't getting any.
Well, no, but
he
you have to talk about...
he knows how old I am. He knows we ain't going to have kids. He's fine with it. You know, he's happy with it. We haven't had that conversation. We haven't like, oh, what about you? But he doesn't want them anyway. So, you know, very handy.
I absolutely understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But what I'm talking about I can only speak as I find, but from my experience, if you meet somebody and you're having a relationship and it's all going along swimmingly and the relationship moves on, and you decide to get married and you want to make sure, you'll know if he wants children or not.
Yeah,
if you haven't had that conversation naturally and you don't get on to the point that you go, where are we going? Why are you out every night? You don't have to ask why you're out every night. It means he's not very nice and he doesn't want to be with you all the time.
I think also you'd be very shocked. I think there's an awful lot of men out there that are more insecure than the women. And I think they want that. They want that clarification. And
you're using lots of long words today.
I know what's going on with me. I don't know what the heck is going on with me. I must drink more often.
More and more often. Yes.
OK, we've still got...